Modern Warfare 3 is $70 DLC, and I'm gonna explain why that is entirely wrong. For every single dislike on this video, I know that it's just coming from some like no-life bandwagoning hating 12-year-old in their mom's basement, so I'm not too worried about it. Before we get into this video, we need to preface this with one thing. No matter what your viewpoint is on this, whether you view MW3 as just a $70 DLC or whether you do view it as a new game, the fact of the matter is, this is a new game. Objectively speaking, this is a new game. This is a new entry in the Call of Duty series. It is an official sequel to Modern Warfare 2 in the new Modern Warfare continuity. Objectively speaking, Activision is posing this as an entirely brand new game. So whether you view it as a DLC or not, that does not change the objective truth that this is actually going to be a new sequel and a new entry in the Call of Duty franchise. That being said, I don't think anybody is going to actually try to refute that because that is just the objective truth. That being said, the argument comes in where people are just saying, well, Modern Warfare 3 or what this game is going to be was actually just going to be a DLC at one point. It was just going to be like a $30 to $40 expansion to Modern Warfare 2. It was going to have some extra like remastered maps from the original game. And when I say original game, I mean the original Modern Warfare 2, which is actually now going to be in Modern Warfare 3. But it really wasn't going to be much more than that. It was literally just going to be some maps that were added into the game, or so we were told by the reputable leakers. Sorry to burst your bubble, even leakers can get things wrong sometimes. And the fact of the matter is, we truthfully don't always 110% know what's going on behind the scenes. Just because we find out some information from some reputable leakers does not mean that that information is actually 110% correct or up to date. Just because that was the plan at one point doesn't mean that it was always the plan. And furthermore, Activision never 110% confirmed it. As you may know, if you know anything about game development, which clearly after reading a lot of YouTube comments and Twitter comments and Instagram comments, you guys know absolutely nothing about how game development or any of that stuff behind the scenes works. You guys just got a bandwagon and say whatever your favorite YouTuber is saying, right? Because it's pretty obvious that all the YouTubers now are just talking smack and hopping on this bandwagon and hating on the game and calling it DLC just so they can get some easy clicks. Maybe they just want to stir some stuff up in the COD community. I'm not really sure, but that's just kind of what every Call of Duty YouTuber is doing now, and it's pretty pathetic. You know, I miss the days when I could get on YouTube and just, you know, watch content for entertainment and enjoyment and, you know, maybe actually feel better afterwards and smile. But instead, every time I get on my feed, it's just a bunch of Call of Duty YouTubers complaining about the game that they're choosing to play, that they're choosing to purchase. And furthermore, with Modern Warfare 2 in particular, they knew about all the changes that were going to be made in this game compared to previous entries, yet they complained about it before launch, which is totally justifiable. But then they purchased the game knowing about those changes and then proceeded to complain about them as they were playing said game on camera. Do you just hate yourself? I'm sorry, but it's almost comical. It's like me going onto YouTube and wanting to watch, oh, I don't know, like a Slipknot music video. But instead, I search up Eminem Lose Yourself official music video, and then I get mad whenever it's not a Slipknot video that popped up, even though I'm the one that searched up the Eminem Lose Yourself music video. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's stupid. You know what you're looking for in a game, and you know what the product is gonna have, and yet you complain when it isn't what you wanted. I'm sorry, were we supposed to meet your standards? Were the devs supposed to meet your standards? You're not entitled to anything. You're the one purchasing the game. And just to get one thing straight, I'm not trying to sit here and suck off Activision. They do so many deplorable and disgusting things, it is not even funny. And more times than not, I do not agree with half of the things that that publisher has done to this game. I do not agree with all the bundles they've been putting in the game. DMZ is clearly pay to win. The fact that they've added the Black Cell bundles, it's like, really, where the Battle Pass is not enough. And then you got the $30 bundles in this game going from 2,400 COD points up to 3,000 COD points. Like, what are they doing? So before anybody gets it twisted and thinks that I'm just sitting here sucking off Activision, I am not. Anybody that knows me knows I look at things from an objective point of view, or as objective as possible. I just look at the facts. I don't care about all the biases and the BS. It's a waste of time. When I make a video to talk about something, I am speaking the objective truths, whether you like it or not. Sometimes there's a bit of a bias in there, but when there is a bias, I make it clear that there is a bias when it's on an opinionated topic. But today we're speaking on an objective topic. So when I say all this, I know that there's a lot of people that were buying into the idea that Modern Warfare 2 was originally going to have a DLC, and that was the Modern Warfare 3 that we're receiving now, that it was originally being developed as a DLC. And at one point, according to the leaks, that may have been true. But the fact of the matter is, this is now a full price game, and it deserves to be that full price. Let me give you guys an example. You guys love Modern Warfare 3 from 2011, right? I'm pretty sure all of us love Modern Warfare 3 from 2011. Guess what that game brought to the table compared to Modern Warfare 2 2009? A new campaign, a slightly revamped multiplayer with some new maps and some balancing tweaks, but it really wasn't much more than that. We had some new weapons, we had some balancing tweaks, again, some new maps, but even then, there was actually some maps that were just kind of ripped from Modern Warfare 2 and thrown into the game with some, like free content patches later on. We also got some new Spec Ops missions, but for the most part, Spec Ops was actually the exact same as Modern Warfare 2 and a new survival mode. So when you look at it, Modern Warfare 3, it came out at full price, but it really wasn't that much different from Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, we had a new campaign. Sure, we had a slightly tweaked and rebalanced multiplayer, but even then, like, our content was, like, the things that we worked for in Modern Warfare 2 didn't even carry over to that Modern Warfare 3. We had, again, new Spec Ops missions and survival, but really, there wasn't that... I mean, sure, there was new content in the game, but objectively speaking, how much new content was there? Was it, like, an entirely new game? Because, again, from an engine standpoint, it was literally just Modern Warfare 2, but with a slight engine tweak. And now what are we going to be getting in Modern Warfare 3, the one that everybody is complaining because originally it was supposed to be DLC? But if you guys were even paying attention to the leaks, which clearly none of you were, that original expansion was only going to have, like, some remastered maps in the multiplayer, and that was going to be that. But Modern Warfare 3, as we know it now, it isn't just that. This is an entirely new game. We have a new campaign, a new zombies mode, new Spec Ops stuff, new weapons in the multiplayer. The maps... It hasn't been confirmed, at least at the time of me recording this, because I'm recording this early in the morning before the game is actually revealed. That being said, due to, like, data mining and stuff, we do know a good portion of what's actually going to be in this game, even though I know I was just criticizing some people to paying attention to leaks, but leaks compared to data mining is 100% different, because when it comes to, like, data mining and the stuff that has been data mined, it's, like, stuff that's actually relevant and it's, like, actual reputable proof. It's not just word of mouth and sources and stuff. This is 100% proof. On top of that, there's a lot of things that Activision and Sledgehammer have already confirmed. Again, a brand new campaign. We would not have been getting that originally. And as I already stated, I'm not really sure if we're going to be getting new maps, but at the very least, we're going to be getting all of the maps that they were developing originally, which were just going to be like remasters of older maps. We're going to be getting new weapons, a new zombies mode, new Spec Ops stuff, a complete integration with Warzone. And for the first time in Call of Duty history, they're actually doing something that is more consumer-friendly than anything that they've done before, and more consumer-friendly than actually even what a lot of other publishers do. Everything that we've paid for in Modern Warfare 2 is going to be relevant in Modern Warfare 3, because not only will it be carrying over to the new Warzone integration, it's carrying over to the next full-price game. Everything that we paid for in this game is carrying over to the next $70 title. They don't need to do that. They easily could have resold us a bunch of bundles, but instead they're actually doing something consumer friendly, and we all need to, like, kind of give a round of applause for that. All of our stuff that we've worked for between camos, weapons, bundles, operators, etc., stuff that we've actually grinded for or paid for, will be carrying over to the new game. So when you look at it from that standpoint, this Modern Warfare 3 is actually going to be giving us way more content than the original Modern Warfare 3 did. Yet nobody is calling MW3 2011 DLC, and if I would come out here and call it DLC, everybody would, leave a dislike on the video immediately. I'll be getting hate in the comments. Yet ironically enough, now that I'm defending this MW3, I'm going to be getting that exact same treatment just because I'm not bandwagoning, I'm not hating, I'm not going with the popular opinion. I'm one of the only people on the internet capable of forming my own opinion, thus I'm going to be hated on for it, and you know what? That's okay. You see me smiling? This is a real smile because I really don't care. I'm sorry if this video feels a little bitter, and that's because it is. I'm sick and tired of all these 12-year-olds on the internet just like bandwagoning and hating for the sake of it, trying to get the easy clicks, trying to get the easy views. It's pathetic. Grow up. If you don't like a game, if you don't want a game, go do something else. But for me and a lot of other players out there that are still actually genuinely passionate about this series and that actually want new games, I will continue to look at the positives in it. And again, I'm not just sitting here like mindlessly loving Call of Duty, right? Like, I'm not just throwing $70 at Activision over and over. I don't buy bundles. I do the bare minimum when it comes to supporting Activision. I purchased the game because I thoroughly enjoyed the game, and there's nothing wrong with that. I will purchase what I enjoy. I work for my money, okay? Most of the people complaining about this stuff, they're just spoiled brats that aren't even 18 years old yet, living off of mommy and daddy's money, getting the new game the day that it comes out just because they're spoiled. But for me, I work for my money. I'll buy whatever I want. And again, I feel like it's important for me to emphasize, I don't just sit here mindlessly giving praise to Call of Duty and everything that Activision does, because there is clearly a lot, and I do mean a lot, that they have done wrong with the last couple of Call of Duties, especially Modern Warfare 2 when it comes to all the monetization stuff. Like, it's been out of hand. That being said, when people are being stubborn and stupid brats online, I am going to call them out for it, because, not everything is all doom and gloom with Call of Duty. In fact, it's quite the contrary. This is a brand new game, and that $70 price point, I would argue that it is going to be justified because there is going to be a new campaign. There will be new multiplayer maps added throughout the year, and there is going to be new content at launch. Well, I don't know if there's going to be new maps, but there will at least be new weapons. There's going to be a new zombies mode. There's going to be new content in the Spec Ops / co-op mode equivalent, and there's going to be a new integration with Warzone. And for the folks out there that say, oh, well, a new campaign and some new content, that's not worth the price point. I mean, have any of you ever purchased a Resident Evil game? Those games cost like $60 to $70, and yet you can beat those in like, what, maybe like 4 or 5 hours tops? At the end of the day, I don't look at the abundance of content as to whether or not it's worth the price point. I look at the quality of said content, and as long as the campaign and zombies I deem to be good enough in my own subjective opinion to be worth that $70, then yeah, I don't have a problem dropping $70 on the game, and I do plan to drop $70 on the game to at least try it out. And truth be told, if I do end up being wrong about all this, I will make a video in the future saying, hey, I was wrong about it. I have no problem admitting when I am wrong. But at this point in time, for everybody that's just saying that it's DLC, for everybody mindlessly complaining online, you guys are doing it for absolutely no reason. You guys haven't even seen the game yet. I mean, by the time that this video is going live, yeah, the reveal already happened, so you guys technically have seen the game at this point, but like, I'm recording this before the reveal happened, and at this point, you know, there's been a bunch of people complaining, and yeah, nobody has seen the game yet. At the end of the day, if you're gonna call Modern Warfare 3 DLC, then you might as well call all of the OG Call of Duties that all of you love DLC as well, because truth be told, if this is the comparisons that we're gonna be drawing to call Modern Warfare 3 DLC, then technically, by those standards, all the other Call of Duty games are DLC as well. And when I say DLC, I know the argument hasn't been whether or not this is a full game or whether it's DLC. It's rather just that Activision is releasing like a glorified DLC of sorts with Modern Warfare 3, and again, that's just simply incorrect. Even if at one point in development it was originally going to be a DLC, there was way more content than what a DLC normally would have. This is the content of a full game. If you want to purchase it, cool. If you want to hate from the sidelines, cool. If you want to hate from the sidelines and then purchase the game and continue to complain about the game that you purchased knowing full well what would be in it, well then, I don't know, I hope that you find something better to do with your time one day. I don't know, I'm just sick of all these mindless haters online. You guys are freaking pathetic. I always thought it was a simple concept. Play and do what you enjoy, ignore what you don't, but I guess that's a hard concept for people to grasp online. I don't know. I couldn't imagine having a life so bland and pathetic that that was what I would be like wasting my time doing, but I guess there's some people out there that literally have that little to worry about in their life that this is what they're choosing to spend their time doing, so it is what it is. Hey, I apologize for this random cutaway here, but I realized I forgot to say it while recording the main video, but it was a really important point that I wanted to touch on. I just never got around to it, and that is, please remember that while, yes, you know, it's okay to have your gripes with Activision, I have mine too. This game is being developed by hundreds, if not thousands, of developers with how many support studios they have on the Call of Duty team nowadays. Yeah, there's probably almost quad digits of developers working day in and day out just trying to make this game happen, trying to make that release date, crunching harder than any of us could ever imagine, and probably working harder than half of us will in our entire lives. So please, if nothing else, just have some respect for the developers. It's okay to have your opinions on the game. Obviously, as you saw in this video, I have my opinions about the game, and you're completely entitled to yours. Opinions are like, yeah, well, you know the saying. I don't want to say it and get this video shadow banned from the algorithm, but seriously, just, it's okay to have your opinion, but just remember that there is tons and tons, hundreds, if not thousands, of passionate developers working on this game. Just have some respect for them. Please. They are just as, if not more passionate than we are about the game, considering they're the ones creating it. So, if there's anybody that would want this game to be good, it's them. Anyway, as always, a massive shout out and thank you to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out and thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Lasking and Big Daddy Matty, and the biggest shout out and thank you to all of you in the G tier, Run Avengers, and Little Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.